Broadcasting live from the OVM Financial Studios. Visit ovmfinancial.com and get moving today. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310.
Man, it's already, you got to realize we just came from.
I know, that's what I was thinking about.
Snyder.
Look at the passion you have, and you just got out of this with Dan Snyder, right?
Yes.
That was the whole thing with the new ownership group. You got new coaching staff. You got that it guy in Jaden Daniels. Everybody's feeling good about themselves. And then the story comes out. They suspended an employee, made comments about the team players being anti-gay, accused Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones of being racist and anti-gay, and called NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell a $50 million puppet. Some of the comments that came out, man, he told the undercover reporter that over 50% of our roster is white religious, and God says blank these gays. I mean, a lot of the comments coming out of it also said some of the players are, quote, dumb as hell. It said some who were smart don't stay that way after getting hit in the head too many times. And then went on to make a couple of comments about Jerry Jones, who says, I don't think the commissioner of the NFL hates gay people. They are taking on Marshall. They're laying 20. I think this opened up at what, like 16 and a half? Has it moved that much?
Yeah, it has. And, I mean, Virginia Tech couldn't tackle a statue last week. They were sleepwalking for 3 quarters, and then all of a sudden turned it on here. I just don't think they expected much out of Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt people really underestimated, and they brought their A game. So when Virginia Tech brings their A game, they're very good. When they don't, they're below average here. So I expect them to attack. I think they're going to try to put this game away early. I think they'll get up 14-0, 14-3, and Marshall has to throw the football. That's where they really have trouble here. They don't have the depth either here. I think Virginia Tech puts it all together. It just took, unfortunately, a loss. I like them 41-17.
All right, let's transition to the NFL before we let you go. Thursday, we call it our Pizza and Pig segment. So I'm going to ask you about pizza here in a segment, but I want to jump into the picks. Week 1 of the NFL season starts off tonight. We mentioned a lot this morning. Kansas City, they are a 3-point favorite, I believe, against Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. And you got a couple of angles that you like with this game tonight. Talk about it.
I do. So this is going to be a great quarterback duel, as we talked about all morning on the show. I've been listening, Johnny. I've heard you. I've been listening. Suave. So I think Travis Kelce is going to run for, he's going to get 2 touchdowns, okay, being passing or rushing. He's going to have 2 overall touchdowns. But that's not going to be enough because Lamar Jackson is going to rush 75 yards plus to put up a good fight, okay? I think overall, though, Kansas City's going to come out on top 28-21. What do we think?
There you go. So if you're keeping track at home, the 3 picks that you like tonight, you're going to go with the cheap great articles kind of leading into the NFL season. And 2 of them I really wanted to kind of pick on is first the bold predictions. Tell our listening audience a little bit about some of the bold predictions you have, because some of them were interesting. You kind of went outside the box.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to have a little fun, and, you're not going to, win big if you roll the dice just a little bit. And it's fun to kind of throw some stuff out there that you think might happen, like the Green Bay Packers wind up leapfrogging the Detroit Lions. I get so much hate from Lions fans. Good Lord. Like, tell me your team has sucked for a long time without telling me. Like, they were so mad that I could possibly think that the team that had success for basically 1 year and, was going to be able to do it again, and that the Packers, which was the hottest team going down the stretch of the season, might have a chance to contend for a Super Bowl and maybe win that division. So that was one of them.
But outside of maybe a Jaden Daniels, anybody else with the Commanders that piques your interest for fantasy?
Well, I think you just said it. It's Terry McLaurin. I mean, I can't envision a scenario where Terry McLaurin is not getting absolutely peppered with targets in this offense. As you know, they got rid of Jahan Dotson, so it's basically just a group of guys behind Terry McLaurin. We don't have any other real proven options here at the wide receiver spot. Let's see if Diami Brown can assert himself here. I think the guy to watch might be Noah Brown, who came over from the Houston Texans, and he's a professional wide receiver. When he's had opportunities at extended playing time, the dude has put up numbers, man. couple 100-yard games on the resume last year in Houston, so it wouldn't surprise me at all if he ends up finding his way to that number 2 wide receiver spot for the Commanders. But yeah, Terry McLaurin is a guy who excites me a lot this year for fantasy, just because I feel like this Commanders team with Cliff Kingsbury's offense, they're going to be running a lot of plays, and this
Live from the OVM Financial Studios, the official home of the Hampton Road Sports Fan. It's the Morning Drive, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310. Along with Suave and JJ, your host Johnny D.